Hello, everyone. Welcome to Wednesday. It is Wednesday, April 29th, 2020, and it is a great day out there. I know a lot of you have been watching from home because you've been working from home or you're not working, so thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. Today, which is Wednesday, I do my Workshop Wednesday class. The past few weeks has been workshops maybe for the more advanced student. And I thought, well, hey, there's probably a lot of people at home that want to learn yoga, that have never done yoga before and want to try it. And sometimes doing something for the first time in the comfort of your own home. I've done a lot of private yoga sessions with new beginners because they were too embarrassed to go to a yoga class, and they just didn't know what to do, what to expect. So just hiring a private yoga teacher just for that first session has been great, so they could do it in the comfort of their own home. So you can do this in the comfort of your own home and just follow along. If you saw my Instagram post, you can follow me on Instagram at Maureen Dinkins. I talked about how I have been doing yoga for 20 years. I took my first class in 1999. A friend invited me to go to a class at the gym, and I just fell in love with it. And I don't know why. I did gymnastics a little bit as a kid. I was a cheerleader. I just liked the movement. I liked the breathing. And I really liked the way it made me feel after I was done. So my 20-year journey has taken me many places in the yoga world. And one thing that I know for sure is what it says in the Yoga Sutras. The Yoga Sutras is the book of yoga. It was written, they're not really sure how long ago, probably more than 1,000 years ago. And it is basically the Yoga Bible. And Patanjali wrote this book, and the first sutra, or the first line or verse of this book, is Yogas Chitta Vritti Nirodha. And that is in Sanskrit. And what does that mean? That means yoga is the settling of the mind chatter. That's it. So why do we do the postures? The postures are called asanas. And doing an asana helps to heal the body. When the body feels good, then the mind can start working out some of its irrational thoughts, its reactions, its patterns of behavior. So that's why we do the asanas. One of the most valuable things that we have in this life is our health. And I know a lot of people are going through financial troubles right now, and it's causing them stress. And a lot of people may be sick and not feeling well. But if you're here right now watching this, you are working on your health, and you should be really proud of that. So being able to work on your health is a luxury for a lot of people. They just don't take the time. They haven't made a space in their life to care about their own bodies. And your body is one of the only things, it is one of two things that you have control over in this entire world. In this entire universe, you have control over two things. That is your body, your physical vessel, and your mind. And they are one. So when you can get control of the physical vessel, you can really get better control of your digestive system. You get better control of your movements, your range of motion. Then you feel freer, and your mind starts to become clearer because you have this newfound sense of health and well-being. What is health? Health is feeling good in your body. It doesn't matter what size you are, how many limbs you have, what your ailments are. If you feel good in your body right now in this moment, then you have health. We don't know about tomorrow, but feeling good in this body is health. And when you have health, then you can have so many other things that come along with feeling good in this body. So let's start on this yoga journey right now. If you are brand new to yoga, you don't even need a mat. All you need is a space in a room where you can move around. Come to a comfortable seated position any way that you can. Rest your hands on your knees. Close your eyes and take a deep inhale through your nose. Hold your breath. Inhale a little bit more and exhale through the mouth, all of the air out. Don't inhale. Exhale a little more. Good. Slowly inhale again through the nose. Keep inhaling. And then when you can't inhale anymore, stop. And then inhale a little bit more. And then exhale slowly through your mouth, all of the air out. This time like you're fogging a mirror. Stop. Exhale a little bit more. Good. Close your mouth, inhale through your nose. Slowly, but filling the lungs completely. Stop. Inhale a little bit more. Good. Exhale through the mouth. Like you're fogging a mirror. When you can't exhale anymore, stop. And then try to exhale out a little bit more. Good. And then close your mouth. Open your eyes. So that is a breathing pattern. We're not going to breathe like that through the asana practice, but that is something you want to do either at the beginning of your day or the beginning of your yoga practice to clear out the lungs. There is some breath down in the bottom of the lungs that may smell a little bit stinky. So trying to get fresh, clean air into the lungs by emptying them completely and filling them completely is starting a freshness in the body. And now that we have a lot cleaner air quality outside, go ahead and breathe in that fresh air. So similar to what we just did, the breath that we will use as we move through postures today goes in and out through the nose. So close your eyes again, rest your hands, relax your shoulders. Inhale through your nose slowly, but filling the lungs completely. Come to the top of your inhale, hold it. Exhale slowly through the nose, breathing all of the air out. Imagine you're fogging that mirror, but this time with your nose. Again, inhaling slowly. Feeling the rib cage expand as you take in air to the lungs. Exhaling slowly, breathing all of the air out as if you're fogging a mirror with your nose. Inhaling slowly. Fill the lungs with air. Exhaling slowly, breathing all of the air out, and open your eyes. So that is how we will be breathing throughout the postures today. And what I've learned over the past many years is that breathing takes you to a point of clarity. There's been many times, probably for all of us, where we've been in a stressful situation. Me, it's usually while driving, and I don't even drive that much, like 6 miles a day. If I just take a deep breath and then create this deep breathing with sound is what we call it, because you can hear it. It helps me relax and realize it's not that important. So the breath you learn in these postures is a breath that you can take with you in the real world. So this is just a practice for being better and being able to adapt better in the world in our everyday life. Okay, so now we're going to add some movements with the breath. Bring your hands down to the mat. So wherever you are in a seated position, turn your palms up to the sky. Let's inhale just like we did through the nose. Reaching up over your head, press your palms together, lift your head, look at your thumbs. Exhale slowly through the nose, bringing the hands all the way down to the mat, like you're fogging that mirror. Again, turn the palms up. Inhale through the nose. Fill the lungs completely. Look at your thumbs. Exhale, bringing the hands down all the way to the mat. Flip the palms. Inhale, hands all the way up. Palms together. Look at your thumbs. Exhale, bring the arms all the way down. Good. So you should start feeling better already as we move and breathe. Inhale, bring your left arm up. Exhale, place your left hand onto your right knee or leg. Inhale, take your right hand behind you. Place it on the floor behind your back. Exhale, turn and look over your right shoulder. We're going to hold this posture for 3 breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And as you exhale, come back to center. Inhale, right arm up. Exhale, right hand to the left knee. Left hand behind the back. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, twist, look over your left leg. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And come back to center. So those were a couple really simple postures, and it was probably easy to breathe in those postures. As we move into more difficult postures, you want to control the breath, keeping it exactly the same throughout the entire practice, no matter how challenging the posture. I'm not going to tell you when to inhale and exhale through the whole class. You're going to be working on the responsibility of monitoring and controlling your whole own breath through most of this class. But I will tell you when or for how long to hold each posture. You'll take it at your own pace and then do the next posture with me. So this next posture is called bound angle posture. Bringing the bottoms of your feet together. Pull your heels in as close to your body as possible. Bring the thumbs to the arches of your feet and wrap your hands around the tops of your feet. Take your elbows and press them into your legs, however possible. So your legs might be up like this. Maybe you're super flexible already and your knees come down. You're using those elbows to help open those hips. Now your back automatically wants to round. Sit up nice and tall. Draw the shoulders away from the ears. Press the elbows into the legs. Good. Inhale. Exhale. Fold forward. Press your elbows down. Inhale. Exhale. Pull forward. Press your elbows down. Inhale, lengthen, lift the chest slightly. Exhale, fold a little bit more. Press your elbows into your legs. Good. Inhale, slowly come back up. And we're going to open the legs wide. You don't want your legs so wide that it's uncomfortable. You kind of want them to be, or really uncomfortable. You want to be in a wide place that's easy for you to achieve. You want to flex your feet. If you need to put a pillow underneath your legs or a towel, that's okay too. And maybe you have a weak lower back, so just try to engage your core and sit up nice and tall. We're going to bring the right elbow down to the inside of the right leg. And inhale, reach your left arm over your head and look up to your left hand. Good. Holding here. Take the arm back by your ear a little bit to open the shoulder. 3 breaths. Good. On your next inhale, come up, extend the arms. Exhale, drop your left elbow to the inside of your left leg. Inhaling, reach your right arm over your head. Take the arm back by the ear. Look upwards. Hold for 3 breaths. And after your 3rd breath, inhale, come up. Exhale, release. Working to strengthen the lower back and open the hamstrings, we're going to turn our torso towards the right leg. Make sure you're keeping those feet flexed. And we're going to take the hands on either side of the leg. Inhale, lift the chest. Now, why do we lift the chest before we move into a posture? That's to expand the rib cage in this area and expand our digestive system so that we can take in as much air as possible. And we do a little bit like micro movements of this every time we move into a posture, and even with every breath. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, grab your leg or foot. Now, as we take those 3 breaths, inhale, lengthen a little bit more. Exhale, try to grab your foot. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale. Good. Let's hold here for 3 more breaths. Look at your toe. On your next inhale, lift your head and walk your hands back to center. We'll do the other side. Bring your hands on either side of your left leg. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, reach for your foot or leg. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, go a little bit deeper. Inhale. Exhale, hold here for 3. On your next inhale, lift your head, and exhale, come to center. Good. So we're going to move into a gentle twist with the legs spread. Take your left hand and place it on your right thigh. So your fingertips are on the outside. And we're just going to take our right hand and reach as far back as possible. I've got the window here, so I can't reach very far back. I'm going to keep my elbow bent. But if you can, do it with your arm extended behind you. And look back towards that hand. Sit up tall, flex the feet, hold for 3. On your next exhale, come to center. Take your right hand, bring it over your left thigh. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, reach back with your left hand. After your 3rd breath, exhale, come to center. Last pose here, bring your hands to the middle. Inhale, lengthen up, slowly take in as much air as you can. Exhale, walk your hands forward. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, walk your hands forward. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, walk your hands forward. And stay here for 3 breaths. After your 3rd breath, walk your hands back up to your body. And let's bring the legs into a cross-legged position. From here, we're going to move into standing postures. Standing postures are some of the most challenging postures, but also a great way to build a strong foundation in balance and in hamstring, all the leg stretches. Okay, so roll forward onto your hands and knees. Walk your knees back. And bring your toes together, spread your knees wider than hip width, and sit on your heels. Drop your belly between your thighs, reach forward with your hands, spread your fingertips wide, rest your forehead down on your mat. Stay here. This is pose of the child or balasana. This is a resting pose. Now your body is resting here, but your breath is still steady. Complete inhalations and exhalations. So let's take 3 breaths here in pose of the child. Feel the rib cage expand. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhaling, come up to the hands and knees. Spread your feet about hip width apart. We are going to move into downward facing dog. For beginners, it can be challenging. I remember my shoulders burning when I first learned this pose. And you do a lot of them in yoga. So becoming strong in downward facing dog is really important. So in a good downward facing dog, you want to make sure you're spreading your fingertips wide. From hands and knees, your hands should be forward of your shoulders. Your knees are about hip width apart, a little bit back of your hips. Curl your toes under. Ready? And we're going to lift the knees. Now, a lot of people stay here. We want to straighten the legs and push the weight back into the legs like you're building a triangle with your body and the mat. Your head goes between your arms and looks towards your navel. Holding here for 3. Stretch the backs of the calves by pressing the heels to the floor. Lift your hips. Chin to your chest, fingers spread wide, and maybe the shoulders move away from the ears a little bit. Deep breathing. As you finish an exhale, look to your hands and walk your hands towards your feet. You can bend your knees, however you get there, so that your feet are up towards your hands. Bring your feet together so they're touching and rest your fingertips on your mat. Inhale, lift your head, look forward. This is called half lift. Exhale, bow your head to your knees. Stay here, grab your elbows. Shake your head yes and no. Swing your arms. Just let the weight of the upper body stretch the hamstrings. Bend your knees, release your arms. Slowly round your back and roll on up to a standing position. Welcome to standing postures. You just learned downward facing dog. That's a really hard one. We're going to just do a few basic standing postures before we move back down to the floor. The first one is called Trikonasana or triangle posture. You want to spread your feet about as wide as your elbows would reach out if you spread your arms. Okay, so your feet are down, firmly planted. Your legs are straight. Take your right foot and turn it to the right side. So the heel of your right foot is in line with the arch of your left foot. Extend your arms. You can use a block or a book here, but you don't need one. Reach over your right leg with your right arm and then hinge from your right hip, going down. Notice your left hand is going up. Bring your right hand down to your thigh, to your shin. Bring your left hand up to the ceiling. Or if you can go deeper, grab your big toe or rest your hand on your foot. Now notice your body wants to lean forward. Take the head back, 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 and look up. 3 breaths. Press your feet down into the mat. After your 3rd breath, inhale, press into the feet, stand up, turn your feet to the other side. Good. So now your left foot is pointing and your right toes are turned in. Arms stay extended. Reach over your left leg with your left arm. Reach, reach, reach. Hinge from that left hip, bringing that left hand down to the leg or foot. Bring your right hand up to the ceiling. Look up. Now, to bring the torso over the left leg a little bit more, bring your head back, back, back. Hold here for 3. Good. Inhaling, come up to a standing position. Exhaling, bring the feet back to parallel. Triangle posture, one of the most basic postures of yoga, but also one of the most challenging. That comes with a reverse or revolved version where the legs are in a similar position, but the torso is twisted. Turn your right foot again to the right side, just like you did for that first pose. But this time, your left toes turn a little bit more inward, so your heel is pointing back. Turn and square your shoulders, meaning you want your shoulders directly over your right leg. Legs stay straight. You can use a book or block if you want. Inhale, bring that left arm all the way up. Exhale. Now we're hinging from both hips here. And with that left arm, reach, reach, reach as far as you can, and then place the left hand onto the mat. Some of you will have a bent knee, but your goal is a straight leg on the opposite side. So the left hand is down, right leg is straight, and the back leg is straight. Now we're going to reach our right hand all the way up into a twist. Hold here. Breathe for 1. Looking up, reaching up. Looking up, reaching up. 2. And 3. Inhale. Come up to standing, nice and slow. Arms extend. Turn your right heel in. Turn your left foot forward. Bring that right heel back a little bit more. Turn and square your shoulders over your left leg. Legs are straight. Inhale, right arm up. Exhale, right hand down. Inhale, left hand up. Look up. Reach and look up. Try to find that hand. 1. Straight legs. 2. And 3. Good. Inhale, come up to a standing position. And exhale, bring your feet back together, however you find that pose. Triangle posture, one of the most basic postures in a yoga practice for standing. The next one we're going to work on is some warrior postures. Warriors are basically lunge postures. They're great for your quadriceps. They're also great for opening up the hips. There are several different styles of warriors. We're going to work into 3 different versions of warrior today. So from a standing position with your feet together, step out to the side. Take a nice wide stance. So this is going to be much wider. Imagine that your feet are directly under your hands if your arms are spread. Turn your right foot back, just like we did for triangle, but this time you're going to bend into your right knee. Arms are extended. Good. This is called Warrior 2. Now, we're going to look at our right hand. Your goal is to try to get your right thigh parallel to the floor. Your left leg is straight. Your quadricep is engaged. Shoulders are moving down the back. And you're looking at that right hand. Hold here for 3. Now we're going to move into a reverse warrior. Your left hand is just going to gently slide down your left leg and your right arm reaches straight up to the ceiling. And you're looking up to the right hand. Now, after 3 breaths there, we're going to move into a warrior 1 posture. Turn over your right leg. Turn your torso so your torso is as square over your right leg as possible. Your right knee stays bent. Now you really feel that left hip opening, palms together. Reach up, look up. Breathing for 1, 2, and 3. Open the arms back to warrior 2 as you straighten your right leg. Maybe your legs are burning. That was great. Good job. Turn your left toes to the front of your mat and bend into your left knee. Warrior 2 for 3 breaths first. Looking at your left hand. Hold here. After 3 breaths, reverse warrior. After 3 breaths, warrior 1. And after 3 breaths, inhale, arms and legs extend. Exhale, back to the front of your mat. Good. So triangle, reverse triangle. You can practice on your own. That's a great pose for opening the legs and hips. And also that gentle twist is good for your digestive system. These 3 warriors, and doesn't matter what order, just work on the postures at your own pace and the breathing in the postures. One of the most basic balancing postures is tree posture. You've probably seen it all over the place, people doing it. It is a great balancing posture, and it has a very beginning place, and a very ending place. So for very beginners, I recommend you rest your right toes on the mat and press your right heel into your left ankle and bring your hands to heart center. Now, if you are good at balancing and you have a little bit of flexibility, go ahead and bring that right foot up to the inner thigh and bring your hands to heart center. Now you can stay here or reach your arms up over your head. If you watch my vinyasa or my Ashtanga classes, you will see a more advanced version of this posture. But right now, for beginners, here we are. Holding here for 3 breaths. Stand up nice and tall, breathing for 1. Find something on the floor in front of you to look at to help you balance. Breathing for 2. And 3. Exhale and release. Bring your weight into your right leg. Bring your left foot to your ankle or all the way up to the inner thigh. Bring your hands to heart center or above your head like a tree. And let's take 3 breaths here. Nice. Exhale and release. Good. So from this balancing posture, we're going to move into a posture that can be challenging for a lot of people. It was challenging for me in the beginning, but as I get stronger, it gets a little bit easier. So not all poses are about flexibility. A lot of the poses are about strength. This posture is called Utkatasana, uneven posture, or you may hear people call it chair pose. Your feet should be together so that your feet are touching, legs together. And we're just going to sink as low as we can. Go lower, lower until your heels want to lift up. And if you can go all the way down to a squat, just come to where your thighs are parallel to the floor. Okay? Holding here, bring your palms together, reach up. Now notice when you go up, your torso wants to go with it. Sink lower, look at your hands, hold here. Breathing for 1, 2, and 3. And as you exhale, bow forward, straighten your legs, bring your head to your knees. Inhale, look forward, and we're going to step back to a plank position. So this is another transition. It's called a vinyasa, but we're going to move from chaturanga to upward facing dog. And I also did a tutorial, maybe I didn't. I did a tutorial, maybe I didn't upload it yet, of how to do this properly. But I think it's up. So you're going to come to a plank position. What does plank mean? Shoulders over the hands, legs are straight. Looking forward. We're going to bend the elbows and lower our chest down. Try not to touch the floor. And then we're going to roll to the tops of our feet and look up. This is upward facing dog. Let's do it again. So come to your knees. I'm going to show you an easier version if you don't have a lot of upper body strength, but I encourage you to do it the way we just did because you're never going to build upper body strength if you keep dropping to your knees. Back into plank. Ready? Inhale. Now, if you need to drop your knees, exhale. Elbows in towards the body. Don't touch the mat with your belly or chin. And then roll forward. See the tops of my feet are on the mat. Point my toes. Arch your back. Look up. Good. Exhale. Press back into pose of the child. Rest your forehead on the mat. Continue your deep breathing with sound. And let's inhale, come up to the hands and knees. So we're going to do a few easy postures on the hands and knees. They're great for core strength. And we're going to do a gentle twist, which is great for shoulder openers, okay? If you have stiffness in your knees or you need to put a pad underneath your knees to help, go right ahead. So let's come to the hands and knees. From here, unlike moving into upward facing or downward facing dog, spread your fingertips wide and bring your hands underneath your shoulders. Bring your knees directly underneath your hips. Inhale, drop your belly, look up. Exhale, chin to chest. Tuck your tailbone, rounding the back. Inhale, arch your back, look up. Exhale, chin to chest, and tuck your tailbone. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, come to a flat back. Good. Another core strengthening pose. Send your left leg back. Reach your right arm forward and look to your right hand. Holding here for 3 breaths. Imagine someone's pulling on your right hand and another person is pulling on your left. And maybe you're home with kids and they actually are. Breathing for 1, 2, and 3. Rest the hand and knee down. Reach your right leg back. Reach your left arm forward. Hold here. Look at your hand. Reach, reach, reach. Point those toes. 1, 2, and 3. Exhale. Bring it down. Spread the knees. Toes together. Sit on your heels. Rest your forehead. Arms reach forward. 3 breaths. Inhale, come back up to the hands and knees. Again, knees should be directly underneath the hips, hands underneath the shoulders. We're going to take a gentle twist. So inhale, reach your left arm up to the sky, and exhale, we're going to take that left arm, reach through this hole here. Make sure your palm is facing up. Rest your left shoulder on the mat. And then you can rest your head down, reach your right arm all the way to the front, and just breathe here, giving a little pressure into that left shoulder. Look at your left hand. And then bring your right hand back to the area in front of your face. Inhale, left arm up. Exhale, left hand down. Inhale, right arm up. Exhale, right hand reaches through the hole. Rest your head on the mat. Reach your left hand forward. Stay here. Place your left hand back in front of your face. Inhale, reach your right arm up. Exhale, right hand down, toes together, knees spread wide. Go back into pose of the child. And then inhale, come on up to your knees, and we're just going to bring the legs around so that we're in a seated position. So straighten your legs out in front of you. You can use a towel, a t-shirt, a strap, whatever you got. We're going to take some forward folds. So you can wrap it around the bottoms of your feet if you have trouble reaching. If not, go ahead, take your peace fingers, grab your big toes. Inhale, lift your head, lengthen. Exhale, bow your head to your knees. Inhale, lift your head, lengthen. Exhale, bow your head to your knees. One more time. Inhale, a little bit of a lengthening. Exhale, bow your head to your knees. Let's hold here for 3 breaths. Inhale, lift the head, and exhale, release. Good job. Let's take the right leg, bend the right knee, take it across the left leg. Now, inhale, take your left arm up and take your left arm across your body. See how I have this space here? You don't want to have that space. You want to try to close that space by hooking the armpit as close to your thigh as possible. Bring your right hand behind your back, press it into the mat. Notice when you press the hand and straighten the arm, the chest lifts, the spine lengthens. Make sure your left foot is flexed. And go ahead and look over your right shoulder. Breathing for 1, 2, and 3. I hold all the postures for 3 breaths. You can hold them for up to 6 breaths. You can hold them for longer if you want. 3 breaths is a comfortable amount of time. 6 breaths really gets you deep into that posture. So as you become more advanced and postures become more difficult, I encourage you to hold the more difficult postures a little bit longer than 3 breaths. Let's straighten the right leg. Let's bend the left knee and bring the foot across the body, just like we did for the other side. Inhale, bring your right arm up. Take your right arm across the body. Again, work as much as you need to close that gap between the torso and the left thigh. Bring your left hand behind your back, straighten your arm, which helps straighten your spine, and look over your left shoulder. Flex your right foot. And on your third exhale, go ahead, release, and straighten that right leg. Good. Moving into some more hamstring stretches. Bring the bottom of your right foot into your left thigh so that your legs are at a 90-degree angle. Turn and square your shoulders over your left leg and fold forward. Again, if you want to use a towel strap or t-shirt, whatever you got, use it to bind it around the bottom of your foot. Otherwise, grab the foot and bring your head to your knee, holding here for 3 breaths. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, head to knee. 1. Breathing for 2. Breathing for 3. Inhaling, head up. Exhaling, release. Left leg is straight. Left elbow comes down to the inside of the leg, just like in the pose we did earlier. This time, reach your right arm over your head. Try to grab your toes, but keep the arm by your ear. Breathing for 1. 2. And 3. Inhaling, come on up. And exhaling, straighten your right leg. Let's bring your left foot into your right thigh. Turn and square your shoulders over your right leg. Exhale, fold forward, grabbing the foot, bowing the head to the knee. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, head down. 1. 2. And 3. Inhaling, head up. Exhaling, release. Take your right elbow down to the inside of your leg. Reach your left arm over your head. Grab your toes. Look up and keep that arm over your ear. Breathing for 1. 2. And 3. Inhaling, come up. Exhaling, straighten that leg. Good, so we got some twists, we got some lower back openers. I know my lower back has been stretched out. I hope your lower back feels a little bit better. Now we're going to move to the fun part where everybody loves the poses on the back because you just kind of loll around. These are more restorative poses. They're great for the back, giving the back some back bending and some twisting. And we'll also be putting the legs in the air. Putting the legs in the air is really important because our legs are down all day, every day. And we know that when we need to get better circulation in the legs and in the heart, we should lift our legs. So we should lift our legs more often. I tell people, throw them on the back of the couch. That's the best way when you're laying on the couch. Slowly lower on down to your back. And the first pose we're going to do is what we call a bridge pose. So bend your knees, spreading your feet a little bit wider than hip width. Make sure that your toes are turned in. Your feet are not open wide, like your toes aren't making a V. Your feet are parallel. On an inhale, press into the feet, lift your hips. If you can, interlace your fingers and walk your shoulder blades together. Hold here. Breathing for 1. 2. And 3. Slowly lower down. We're going to do that pose 3 times. So hug your knees into your chest and rock from side to side. Why do we do back bends multiple times? Because we've done multiple forward bends and we want to bend the back in the opposite direction several extra times or just several times to help create a little bit more balance. Place your feet back on the mat. Turn your toes in. Press down through the arches of your feet. Inhale, lift your hips, lock your hands, walk your shoulder blades together. Lift your chin slightly so your neck is not pressing into the mat. Breathing for 1, 2, and 3. Exhale, lower down. Hug your knees into your chest. Rock from side to side. One more bridge posture. Ready? Place your feet. Inhale, lift. Lock your hands. Chin up. Exhale. Slowly lower down. Hug your knees into your chest. Rock from side to side. Bring your arms over your head in a circle. Let your knees fall to the right side. Turn your head and look to your left side. Try to keep your shoulders down on the mat. And then inhale, bring your knees to center. Exhale, let your knees fall to your left and turn and look to your right. And then inhale, bring your knees to center. Hug your knees into your chest and rock from side to side. Bring your hands underneath your lower back, your hips, your bum, somewhere where you're giving yourself a little lift, and then lift those legs straight up to the ceiling. You can also place a towel underneath your lower back to help you lift. Point your toes, flex your feet. Good. Point and flex. Point and flex. Point and flex. Point. Now we're going to hold here for 3 breaths longer. After 3 breaths, release your hands, bend your knees in towards your chest, open your legs and grab the arches of your feet with your hands. See how my legs are bent at a 90-degree angle? Just rock from side to side. As you pull down on the feet, feel the hips opening. And then bring your knees into your chest and bring your feet flat on the mat, bringing the bottoms of your feet together. Your lower back will lift up off the mat. So tuck your shoulder blades under so they're lying flat. Bring your hands to your inner thighs, pressing down into the thighs to open the hips. This is one last hip opener. Keep your deep breathing for just a few breaths more. And then exhale, straighten your legs. Your feet should move out to the far corners of your mat or be a little bit wider than hip width. You want to make sure your shoulder blades are flat, your palms are turned up, or you're resting your hands on your belly and chest. Close your eyes. Take a deep inhale through your nose and exhale through your mouth. Good. One more. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. After that final breath, you can close your mouth, keep your eyes closed, and let your body be still. Don't worry, I will tell you when to get up. Just listen to the sound of my voice. As you lay here flat on your back, imagine that your body is a balloon that has just deflated and fallen to the earth. It is soft, but it is still. Relax your toes. Relax your feet. Maybe you can feel the ankles and calves softening. Soften the kneecaps. Relax your thighs. Maybe they roll out to the sides a little bit more as you move that softness up the thighs and into the hip sockets. Allow the lower back to drop down towards the earth. Allow a softness to creep up your spine. Feel your belly rise and fall with this new, soft, gentle breath. Allow your chest to rise and fall. And allow the area around your heart to feel light. Maybe it's a light, airy sensation. Maybe it's a bright white light sensation. Just feel radiating glow and freeness around the heart. Let the shoulders, arms, and hands become heavy as they melt down towards the earth. Relax the upper shoulders and neck. Soften all the way up from the shoulders through the neck and into the jaw. Relax your jaw. Soften the muscles of your face, releasing the area between your eyebrows and softening the forehead. Let your mind be clear in this moment for just a little bit longer. Thoughts of what you have to do later or what happened earlier will come. You let them go. When it's time for them, you will take the time. But right now, it is time for you to be quiet, to be still, and for your mind to be clear. Slowly begin to bring your awareness back. Gently move your head from one side to the other. Stretch your arms over your head and reach from fingers to toes like it's your first morning stretch. And bring your knees into your chest. Massage the back as you rock from side to side, hugging your knees. Roll on over to one side of your body and stay here for a few more moments. Push yourself up to a comfortable seated position. Bring your hands to heart center. Close your eyes and bow your head. First of all, thank yourself for coming today and giving yourself the gift of this yoga practice. If you are just starting on your yoga journey, I thank you for joining me here in your first step towards better health and well-being. At the end of yoga, we always say namaste. And namaste means, may the light in me shine to the light in you. So, may you go with peace. Namaste. I'm happy to answer any of your questions. You can leave them in the comments section down below, and I will get to them as soon as possible. I hope you have a wonderful day, and if you'd like to check out my Vinyasa class tomorrow and my Ashtanga class on Friday, I would love to have you. They are a little bit more rigorous than this class. Have a wonderful day. Go with peace.